I think there are a lot of players that didn't deserve to be in here. The people who selected these players needs to open their eyes. Ademola Lukman, even Sangari, even you can't have Concra Sangari in the midfield.
Performing well.
Frank Kessie, for instance, maybe a Dino or what dano, and I just say or the name because Sangari, Modern Boboma, Nottingham Forest, and
AFCON, so yes.
Very, very, very instrumental. But then Lami Kamara and to me and Rem, So yeah, now African best word 11 in there. They be another some distance. So we run up now.
Okay, my main to us. Nti ye name say for the past 2 weeks ni. I think Obia Odi Chelsea echi and follow Chelsea. Ehun say Mudryk in bomb my Chelsea. Na as on bono ye bisa Ura Enzo Maresca or press conference at time be or say illness. Now this is na the back one study or Chelsea say Chelsea a report is a player ill and a player enya injury. Mostly na your monfa information is ni number abonting. But enano pay ena in some PPA ni say from checks a course, so that is Yerani Mudryk on a doping test. Omehu say omehu nyama bi woni moje mu a kire say substance bi a wafa banned in football and enye legal football mo enye say football anum na akwa abepie woni moje mu enu nti enenam so a ye hu Mudryk Chelsea team no nti obi wo ho obetse say Mudryk yare but nini na akwa kosi doping test ade we na from FA any Chelsea side no player ni will be a friend say enye official type of suspension by a man suspension omode ye omo nhwehwemu na player ne nso ene ne agent ana ne manager beboa ama nhwehwemu etima akwa kosi na Mudryk the statement bi ba abonten na Mudryk statement na person o che say anyone one year so mehu sa ade animpo ewo ni mojemu because onji ndi say wafa bibia etia football and etia football regulations no but obeboa senior ne BBS oboa ema FA no ene Chelsea for etimi yeden etimi ema asemwe kwa akosi na ebia beba abonten se ebia na mistake bia na se bibia enye bibia hu hia nti no mbema na samba ba aka ba bobo bata insem se ba na atwe adwen kwa akosi pogba asem so atwe kwa akosi onana asem so ye bisa se players no do say omo perform ye omo bobo omo ye training but insanya ma we ya de bia eso omo twe omo film because I think as a player and anywhere also any say FIFA this how rules now but after a game randomly you pick players say omo test into say be pick randomly near your test na bibi say APR as a player na ma wudi etai kofem and Mudryk as a player no Chelsea fans be wo domani because of send your back club no any country free ni nyama bebre nti say bibi say esia etwe player no do no ekọ echi kakra because nkofo edwen say o hard work ni nyama wo show na no o san no mu nyama wo echi a eboa boost o performance wo ball mu ba ye na ye hwe say investigations betima koyi na ebia omaba abontin so na ebia mistake na bibia hu hia no wetima to aso abone ball anye saade a banda who say player say kum to say onana kom pogba enso FA mu no ebetima affect Mudryk maybe for some time ye hu Mudryk so obehye Chelsea JC and obetima bobo ama Ukraine and Chelsea mpo ye hwe say nyama betimi akoso wo ho ama nyama etima toto yi obeboa ama FA no any Chelsea as a club etimi enya understanding on bibia PA doping test nim na wetima return back abebo ama Chelsea ma yenhwe ndra game e call so between West Ham and Bournemouth so na so hwe Bournemouth and West Ham game andra me kan ha say Bournemouth uko omufia e den say obekwa ko pick point even say omu lusu kra na omu yire omu ba eba aba be shego ne ndu obi ohwe e ball ni bia ho go Bournemouth edete against West Ham. Na dia atwema adwan ko game we so yesisi ano enyama bi because wo EPL no ma especially VAR decisions take and ebia we referees ni take decisions VAR ese ohwe no otwe decision ni sign no mo nso ma so ndo aso hwe penalty agiti Bournemouth eye penalty bi obi ohwe ball bia wadwen be bisa say na player ehwiri akosoro no o hwiri a ball is nsanso be ko wiem inti with ball no indra so hwe penalty na ball no deflect player ne nsa bebre but referee ni ji penalty ma West Ham apakweta ti mi share anche bia within the next 10 minutes and a Bournemouth ebeti na ndra game ni kosu ya I think Lopetegui no hia win ye pa because say hwe Premier League no next manager omo ho kika se ebeti ma pamo a ubo mienu a eyo no okahu bi because performance we put in this season Emma West Ham ni nkoye sika wa say this season in player addition enso ya ade bia players number but all players na ebo additions no de be kan emu ba ko mienu bi pe e na enya chance ebo bandra ball ni ebo bia ekoyi West Ham ball but o menti man convert omo chances si ehwe managers say na me boss so managers e betima saki o ma Lopetegui say by the end of January say Lopetegui hu kika say empamo na e ade a enye moa say ehwe managers e be pamo e na nim say this weekend di Rosin Martin of Southampton ye pamo no before game ni be end the cry now started here throwing the letter game ni end the letter ni ba bonche say apamo no performance as Southampton put up this season ya de bia enso eni because say a big club able Premier League na wabo 16 games na goals leading to errors from a side say more play from the back 10er and then same baby because he name said this season about 38 games with 38 games na error leading to go nko it me babe 30 and 20 BB and it is a coach no omodimbo enso eni against Spurs first half for concede 5 goals last time as I see no was in 2020 I think 204 or 207 and ABC but as a coach na person about a playing style be suit you no but the club no performance any players no in place no emboa mo dia pamo no ye nim say coach for nso e pamo no during the weekend O'Neil of Wolves. Now, O'Neil Pamuno, I think it wasn't based on performance. It was based on, say, we lose to dressing room. Because their game against, where friend is saying, their game against, I think, West Ham, my boy, Bowen, coach, your captain, Lemina. Lemina, ne Bowen, in Kantoko, yes, you were, and or the J captain, if you him. In their last game against Ipswich, key player, Kunya, and so, DBA, not in Sweeney, because that is Wolves what we team nibi that's a technical team ba ko ne kasa na ordinance abo papa ni papa ne spectacles e shene tokune performance bi as a team o me lose the dressing room and as a manager say o headline team say na BBC after game bi and players show bad performance ade enkoye o hwe the last 4 games we lose ni na including a 4-2 lost, a 4-0 lost against Everton, and a 2-1 lost against West Ham and a 2-1 also lost against Ipswich. Last time, Opiki victory against Fulham, and no be him say, Opiki 2 subsequent victories, and no be him say, Enyama Ekoye, Kopim say, what take 4 defeats. Sisi and Wolves akaso munti minini nye juma. Na Wolves so munti minini nye juma no. Sisi am no dim komo Wolves any coach be a friend Victoria Pereira. Agree terms are oba ababe take team no from sisi akwa kopem se season be ko na wie. Bobie bisa say Wolves for any Portuguese managers ade bia obi be so who connection e between Wolves any Portuguese managers any Portuguese players because every time bia either say Wolves if a Portuguese manager and almost squad no Portuguese players almost 70%. Na coach yo makwa fa na be in sema so ne say or coach team na e friend no Al Shabab ewo Qatar ana ewo Saudi. Now about 30 games, winning 16, lose 10. Abodro wo move 4. The winning percentage per game 1.7. As a share O'Neil performance, any coach with performance and care the 200 anka I think O'Neil performance no was so kakasi in coach but say na me boss no O'Neil pamo no na enye pamo ana ejina say performance in koyi but so we lose dressing room players attitude on the pitch, off the pitch, and even on game and cost no and I'm moving na idea then. Pamo no bobi ahwe say owe friend Victor Pereira, a 56-year-old, or be take you as a Portuguese, maybe with the Portuguese connection, the players may you'll be able to put things in place. Their next game on Mobile maybe you bet she be name say EPL the new manager bounce ya DBA a tie ACE pan but Wolves next game on Bebono. Coach a friend Victor Pereira and a be headline team no into that game against Leicester. Intimidity Leicester so losing during the weekend with 4-0 against Newcastle no ade be bo coach a friend Victor Pereira going into this game so bet my picking the first win ama Wolves after losing 4 games in a row into a weekend we ni ebe coach a friend Victor Pereira so say lineup ben or the betudwa performance ben na Wolves ebe put here place structure ben plan ben and or the babani ahwe senior Wolves team ni ebe my picking from because a coach ni eba na ne modern boy so any dia I think or the Umberco championship because we are Wolves done in yet. About 16 games or 9 points. Goal difference minus 16. Team Obeno Southampton. You didn't just Southampton and swap a mom coach. Almost about 16 with 5 points. Yeah, share coach Victor Pereira. Performance or the Beba Wolves. Less than so baby or that end. Game we be a game be a weekend we move the year pan because what be lose, you know. Ubetima drop it. I call relegation zone where we had year. I think this store in draw any nkomo ametimi edi kakra eno.
Right, Vincent,
I believe that maybe he should have even won and even Russia.
Yeah, Freiburg.
Freiburg. Even the Ballon d'Or here, there were 3 or 4 African players you nominated one for the CAF Award, and none of them won the go of the year. So with me, I think that, to be very honest, the CAF Team of the Year, and I have a lot of questions. Per year because in terms of Robin Williams, ASUP Awards, Yehuhawa, or Ade, South Africa, Animal Melody Sundowns. But Listo, last season was Victor Boniface, and I was Victor Osimhen a better striker than Victor Boniface last season. Maybe all the AFCON because you have AFCON Victor Boniface a prior.
Yeah, I think they are looking at the AFCON and the fact that reigning champion. So a lot of politics goes into
even in the AFCON, Victor Osimhen wasn't the best strikers. Wasn't the best striker during the AFCON. Country I've forgotten their name. Almost striker or no ball Spain second.
Equatorial
Guinea. We saw a lot of strikers boy, even Mabulu no Victor Osimhen wasn't a better striker than him during the AFCON. Sebastian Haller also important goals at the Ivory Coast edgy league. So with me, Victor Osimhen inclusion in the Team of the Year, to me, I have a very big question about that. We have Bissouma, Mali. He didn't do well for Mali. I feel like maybe the other players are non-committed in terms of Sofiane Amrabat 2 seasons ago with Fiorentina, with Morocco. I mean, he's been a fantastic player with Morocco national team, but then the inclusion there may that take a chance on Bemba. What him say DR Congo be yom ko do and something bubble na defender edge man man of the match Ahodo joined the AFCON. Khalid Koulibaly for Senegal. I mean, with the defense 3-back system, I don't have any issue with Mohamed Kudus inclusion. With the AFCON, even AFCON crowd Black Stars and Bobo, you could see Mohamed Kudus single-handedly carrying the team, scoring goals upon goals, bangers. AFCON. So, and even in the club side, so he's been performing. So with me, I feel like Victor Osimhen, any Williams Bissouma, any players, I feel like Andrew Onana. I don't see Senan Kasebi and Konana, and so it's me. But I mean, kudos to Mohamed Kudus there, or also it's me a space in the Team of the Year. Listo. Measure a year, a brand and idea there, Mudryk issue nursing, and you see, my post is I fear for Enzo Fernandez, but for the past 1 month, 2 months, Enzo Fernandez has been training with Mudryk, personal trainer. And you see, Mudryk at the statement about Abekasa IG after the post. Now I'll say I can confirm that I have been notified that a sample I provided to the FA contained a banned substance. This has come as a complete shock, as I have never knowingly used any banned substance or broken any rules, and I'm working closely with my team to investigate how this could have been happened. I know that I know that I have not done anything wrong and remain hopeful that I will be back on the pitch soon. I cannot say any more now due to the confidentiality of the process, but I will as soon as I can. I don't know, Mudryk, in summer list or also the aba. But as per reports, a bunch say Mudryk opinion no, just say the contaminated supplement are one no. You see, these players they take in I mean nutrition supplements because of the training no more you know so no make recover so fast, and most of these supplements and substance no more taking some substance be a different supplements now banned in football in terms of I mean the doping test for now some more I mean this test no into one there's a lot of issues everybody see obi there no a high of nandrolone obi there testosterone obi there friend say meldonium nti abranta there ni Mudryk there no the substance now you see abandon no our tested positive no friend meldonium amu describing say ɛno no ɛtumi ma wotumi recover energy say yes say wabɔbɔ no abra unom saa supplement na that substance na we friend meldonium no ɛma recover so fast say na be able restore energy. I remember those days na yɛkɔ gym no okwa koto supplement anoma yɛwɔ creatine ɛno no yɛwɔ wɔ ha ɛno na ma energy nti ɛno no woyɛ training na ɛno na pre workout ana during workout wokɔ akɔyɛ training na wanom ɛna yɛwɔ deɛ ɛwɔ hɔ so after why training na wie na wabra wabɛfɛ take you shower no then you take that supplement ɛbɛma wa recover nti wɔn sɛ wakɔ gym abɛrɛ pa but the moment abɛnum supplement so bɛ shower few minutes asɛ wasan so nya wɔn ahoɔden back ɛna yɛwɔ bi wɔ hɔ it gives you the strength whilst training ɛma obi bi but they are prescribed ones these athletes ɛyɛ mo yɛ de ɔmo nom and yɛhu several times most of the athletes ɔmo deɛ na obi ti sɛ Paul Pogba dey say ɔmo sɛ ɔteste for testosterone and also enhance performance Andrew Onana there also okono drew I think painkiller and also no say and also was furosemide was saying and also banding the doping agency for no be who Pep Guardiola that Davis ni just stamp ma they were banned for nandrolone ni na ye some of the doctors any other people heading a prescribing moment washa Pogba initially on man 4-year ban but a reduced by 8 months after say or the case called CAS court of arbitration of
how many months 18 or
18 yes 18 and the map Paul Pogba and I'm reduced from 4 years to 18 and the reason given is or accepted say sir indigestion and a banned substance wasn't intentional, it was prescribed from either Dr. Bia and Obisa and you see report nature say sir supplements now Mudryk no I won't tell you England, especially in Ghana here. They had other supplements here, especially NFL supplements. Ghana has a now shop back open and told me which was game as is opening Ghana had it. This is open NFL for supplements. Ata honestly be across South Africa and now call any other countries game shop no hard when you be at all. Into no person just say in fact if it's banned one tour and this is not the first time he's been taking supplements. But reporting in say you see listo on says who you doping your testing now we are twice uma sample A normal sample B so Michael Mudryk sample B no is yet to be tested sample A no there omo test A no and drew substance no so they are yet to test sample B no if say sample B no eba na say negative it means that na say do not know me it wasn't intentional but what the kind of report about say already or no the diet and the more in and changing the diet apart from that supplement now and now the recovery you know
on outside
yes
so I think during the break
the international break.
break Abian
Because I think one international break one call.
yes
Yes
so during that time Abia all year training no and on here and this
yes
where omude Enzo Fernandez ebemu no I want to say I want to disagree in say almost say that substance no yenton bi wo UK ho
yes
so you at what point Enzo Fernandez call outside the UK and took those samples and I say took those
the reason why people are bringing Enzo Fernandez into the
so also wafa way as
for the past 2 months me follow Mudryk or IG and the last time we said room now Mudryk training why na Enzo Fernandez of it or any training and you see list of if ye na ye ko gym back na ye train e back na sa Saka training then Saka recommend say be oh me ko to e bia creatine e be ma metime pija that dey ya definitely that same coach no training bit ma I recommend it sir ejoni bi dey e dey amount but you see obiane ni physique how Enzo Fernandez ni physique city no might be different from how go in say Mudryk a player or no den that no in Chelsea squad.
Yeah.
Even Toast Simone and decisive no more that big muscles. The number of weight Mudryk Epijano, none of the Chelsea players need me pija. So actually videos were idea. Say young father they not to your console squatting. He's the best. Because when me several times Opija 120, Opija 150, 100 kgs all the year squatting. So what check here? The supplement no. He's somebody in terms of the physical or doing pa. So if this coach has been training Mikhailo Mudryk NBA or no request and I recommend this supplement manner, it might be that Obetima requests that same supplement Enzo Fernandez. That is why people are drawing that conversation. Enzo Fernandez conversation.
But you see this yes, UK ho.
Yes.
This personal training staff UK. What I say? UK and boy.
No, step up on the also or Mudryk and also the UK.
Yeah, also the UK.
But the thing is, so as I can recommend say mama toy do recommend do be mamia at least mama try me recover. Na say do yen tombi organa mkoto otogwa.
Okay.
It's not too difficult for Enzo Fernandez say be Mudryk toy no.
Okay.
But they say to be anso bet imagine say maybe na substance na one radium na nye maybe supplement asem. Maybe a baby before.
No.
See say sample be in a bet
yeah, sample
be in a bet.
According to you, on say players no. Especially in terms of players be not that diet so. Obi say Kise Ronaldo say for the past 10 years on you meet you have to shake your diet boy because some anything Schneider money R9 mo omo retire na say your mom the chance say they can eat whatever they eat. No more start here Kise
yeah.
The players no obi to say Mikhailo Mudryk say workouts now you know. A bit man say a day could be the egg by 8 in terms of the diet but or say the report about now say according to Daily Mail onyan changing the diet but their supplements are aya oteki that nutrition supplements ni na oteki and maybe the on say supplements you didn't do maybe na here into what tested players now we Pogba any other players no dey na almost supplements na na ebia recovery obi wo ha bia energy bi wo ebia na 9% recover time nti substance na I see Mikhailo Mudryk ayen obi en ho in football history what test be the only sport athlete what tested Sahad ni bi was Maria Sharapova tested Sahad ni bi and on campo no it was something the doctor ayen I recommend man and mo band for 15 months
and I'm reducing
here at the man so I think I'm
26 months.
26 months. And I'm reducing by 15 months. And the man because a supplement a doctor I recommend man because what bought glance lamps at us nobody I weekend so at the break on take away. Then maybe a short while because there was some of the substance who are which were taking 2 weeks. It must still be in your system. So I think that sometimes personal trainers and some of the doctors know. In fact, most of them because in the football rules and other sports now most of them doesn't know the rules in it though. Most people could take some substance. Now ebia a ban. Most of them also because you say bobo players need a conchen ekoje energy booster syrup bia na bi no no. Can because say so omo yo do. You hu a year Jamie Vardy first half no Red Bull. Or she go say Red Bull the man she bull. So getting energy boosters and whatever supplements and where you are there are other ones omo believe say a cheat code. Into one other players need the it wasn't intentional because Onana di me who even the Ghana Premier League Stephen Anochi bedu Adriana or tested doping or something in and of far painkiller be say painkiller be here every before the match and I'm no and we I mean a bar near the two young say when you're a sports person and we know yet me random sampling you just throw say pay a bit of say we training setting but the moment they be taking the video maybe affect your performance in that day now affect your performance that day because I don't see that if Obi no Mudryk ebe recover the energy he won't take it before the game mostly be at the timer while you training be what bro who feel no benom and it tells you that no one system so if the sample be eba na say or test it's also tested positive, but then it means that it is something yeah. But player also a bit me Chelsea ni player no. Hey investigation how the substance was contaminated, especially the adrenal on how it became contaminated because ABI every outside UK ban and this ABI so melon job no say what tested positive in the that one is yet to be, but I mean it tells you that Mudryk a player he's fit and on tired. So I think the reason why it's here since October see kind owns a kind of Chelsea game. It just say sample any buy no. It was obvious say not player yet. So Chelsea didn't want to include him in any games. At least ever associate about more. So right now, I think that I know that guy that about Chelsea, especially in the price tag, a lot of things are not air cost affecting the and or will be in terms of training in as much as in Yemen Ukraine, which means on you will be a type prepare his faith and all those stuff. So I think that even if you ever ban in the car, it won't be any hefty punishment. Be at we are just hoping that the sample be our test and conquer yet.
Okay, so now let's look at this hypothesis. Assuming say with everything Chelsea went through to get him.
Yes.
Now it appears that only Sancho Nankebe pray the left side. It appears Nanka a free so kakra. Limelight na the spotlight na free so coach we try say obeyi sa pressure ne sa we ni nyina na the free so na sa di we aba be boom. I know it's difficult for you because as a young player it happens na hadwene and ni nyina so kan say he just want to prove a point. If you look at how Chelsea managed to get him, any by the struggles our struggle, any the constant backing Chelsea owners backing. Do you think there's a ba na be ne ba na say positive? Na say ebia onya ban whether 15 month, 12 month, whatever month. Do you think there was Chelsea terminating the contract? This is Paul Pogba, Juventus ayeni. And I say Chelsea should give him opportunity to recover because yes, Obeba CB a band say Obeba next season.
But least to say Mudryk cardi we are between we band no period near between from 18 months to 4 years. So a bit depending on ne B no. Se B ne ba na e match the one omu receive with the A na. Meaning say a bare 4 years. Bo betima appeal se Pogba de no. Na swati aba. But I think usha contractor or under Chelsea na. E be Aka Mudryk almost getting to 6 years under the contract with Chelsea. Into with a 4-year band, I think Chelsea new option be says almost terminating the contract if it's to go for a 4 years. Because Chelsea ain't mean to player into any cap per week for 4 years. Not player no court back and forth. Almost say they are looking at within that 4 years, they are challenging for the title. They are looking at going into the Champions League.
Okay, so the player who accepts with ABA fear. I will agree, sir. I will not take any salary, but contract termination, no.
Still, I think the club in Zubehreni image, we're trying to associate yourself with a player who is under doping test. I think Juventus, not Pogba, from January, I think from February, Pogba bit master at Abobo. But Juventus is to share the image of the club.
Do you think they are looking at the image? Because this is Juventus team. You share what Tavares acquire of us so name Man City issues.
Yeah.
We've seen and Syria baby Andre Mutumunina to me call. Don't you think there be and the salary that he's on and looking at the projector after Onokoye and the projector and a Juve persuading a man on a contract termination? Do you think they genuinely they think say an image because who Onana after and mostly no I'm not sure say any professional player will try as a cocaine na just my fight dropping a womb and I'm on supplement to recover and I be woman I mean mostly they will know all this doping win is a new cocaine wash that far other winning in aye onya we and once omu nyina age tum so omunya we say bibi say ye den ewom we've seen Koloture, we've seen even at some point we cried and we a mistake Sako.
Yes.
And Sako, I think that time almost denied the boy a World Cup medal because he was an integral member of a year team. At the time we or returning every boy fine. So what I said. So I'm hoping, sir, media he made Marcus is my favorite Chelsea player.
Yes.
I'm looking at sir Ebia B Nibeba. Now I tested negative. So that it will appear that okay, Ebia it was once. So what I said, obey to me I carry on anyway. Do you still think that?
But I think to the extent of you issues like this, you Greenwood issues with Man United are now be maybe against football, but the way
the Greenwood the cultural
yes, and I make us say things are English clubs no. You Benjamin Mendy similar issue and also a cultural thing. But I do baby he was even past say he's okay, but Bessie and the Man City and in the air the salary in Semumpo they had to put it on hold. Bessie he wasn't giving those salaries. One say about abrofuna in Yamabiwa they take it so sensitive to the extent. A bear one say Semikacho say with Benjamin Mendy any Greenwood issue to the extent say even video games and Kuala Lumpur this player's D and this player's image any way free those video games purposely because court issues which is relating to something is sensitive to them. In I think say 18 months. Now Chelsea share the struggle call through to bring this boy to Chelsea. They can just maintain him and let him come back and fight for his place. And nobody it will be on Mudryk to now like pay the price for say ye G2 say mpamu ye terminate contract, but you need to come back and prove a point. But say could do 4 years there. I think the club doesn't have any option to now terminate the contract and now to have a gentleman agreement with the player. No more manati say okay with 4 years period no we are also challenging for things. We need to bring in another player. Yentimi this maybe a salary or even a salary reduction or even a salary off for this period. So it's best say maybe a terminate contract. Now after the 4 years, unso be fine feedback. But I think if it's an 18 months, maybe Chelsea bear because also this whole situation up to now, even Enzo Maresca, there were times that he was being pushed to ask Mudryk when then he was being saying into illness. Kopim Chelsea last game against Brentford. Journalists for only follow Chelsea with this illness. Nibe who said Chelsea game against Brentford. Chelsea list of ill players, no, and injured players. Now Mudryk him. That was when I think people were pushing to know what was going on and maybe this issues we now about. But I think if it's 18 months, Chelsea for bet, then they agree on maybe maintaining him till the 18. Say 18 months, I think it will be next season and our next 2 seasons, no back. But if it's a 4 years there, I think the club will just terminate the contract. And after 4 years, he will now revive because Mudryk is a young player. Until the 4 years kind of age, I think he'll be 26 or maybe 27. In football terms, the NA player be a prime. So I think that time he will come back. I think Mudryk will be he's energetic, he's good. About maybe working hard off the pitch or you'll be so within that period he will try to put in his best or be back to prove a point.
Right. Vincent.
Yeah, Listo, I think contract termination say player be tested positive or any substance higher banned in football. It doesn't require say I tested now abandon the years you now time I'm abandoned say it was it in time now contract.
No, I asked them.
I asked no. The contract running down.
Now I can't 1 year.
Yes.
So they made it run.
Yes.
And then Inter be funny free.
Because the thing is, Pogba they know terminate contract. It was mutual agreement. Juventus want go initially Pogba 4 years. And now join you know Pogba the amount he was one of the highest earning players at Juventus. And Juventus wanted to give him £2,000 a month. Come on, cutting salary, no?
Yeah.
About £2,000 a month. And that is what agreement now then. But true, because the players will feel like, okay, so I'm better by 8 months, not say be more 3 years, not be 2,000 months. It means so me better say me coach team for be the other 10 say be a team is be. So he felt like maybe the club wasn't behind him so much that according to it wasn't intentional. And more na mudi me chima the case no. I call cast. I'm a mother, na say mo be mam 2,000 a month. Then Pogba 2,000 pounds a month no. And yes can be a man so Sadia intimate a contract no behind them. Enter be giving because after that he would have to report. So you be more than 2,000 a month. It means he has to do some certain things with the club, in as much as a permanent. And he didn't want to do that. So with Mikael Mudryk there, no, I don't see say this is a player for the first time. And you see, he's subjected to this case for Serbia is a player beyond the Otayi and Sibisa. He's a player. He doesn't take alcohol. He doesn't take in apart from the training anymore. So they know that it's not intentional, and it's something that was prescribed by ABR, Doctor B, and then the trainer B. And when he can't catch it, the Chelsea hierarchy said, "The diet all you know, he hasn't changed the diet." So investigations neko ni ehun how ni abeko because e basa sample B no eba na enso ye positive na enso okay tabe no take his substance was it intentional there e likely to be now 4 years beba na yes still sample B no so positive but edro no he didn't know say na what this substance and it wasn't intentional you better yes so there e dey amano and it means that agreement ni agent the management and the Chelsea Chelsea might say, okay, you are not going to play for the next 18 months or for the next 2 years. We are giving you 100,000 pounds. Maybe because of financial instance, we are not playing, you know, Sadia, Sikana de Bemamo, you better somehow say, if he's in good terms with Mikael Mudryk, why not? He will still play because when you send the contract running down, or the service is already, about a match Chelsea. But here is the case that Pogba management, say, Juventus wants to give us 2,000 pounds a month. At the end of the year, so oh mommy, 2,000 pounds, and it means every week you are giving me 500 pounds a month or a week.
A week, yeah.
Into no man 2,000 pounds a month. What the times by a year now? saying 24,000 by initial 4 years now. 7 it's 96,000. And drew the salary we are not collecting original per week. Our Juventus. So why don't you terminate the contract? We have a call appeal. Cars are 18 months right now. Fast forward in March, Pogba is coming back, and you bring your team out or mess signing Pogba. And yes, she got there. No $1 million, $2 million signing on free be there. Or bet my jail go run to Tokoma and go any other team. So these are some of the consultations and things that the people are more managing for Pogba and on Pogba and Kasankasano. Or Muji money taking into consideration. Say these are some of the things that. To me and Juventus to feel 2,000 pounds a month as part of the collective agreement not club any player and it didn't go through. So it might be a different case from Mikael Mudryk. Ayas and an can time no several months but they were still paying him on my contract running down. And one time this one said I Inter.
Contract extension once.
Yes, and I call Inter. So at the end of the day, I think that is going to depend on how supporting Chelsea will be. Because Pogba there, or the management and a single-handedly, or the case no call cash. So if Chelsea, then Abraham, because I think that the Todd Boyle, any other guys, when Mudryk explanation on how he used the supplements and the substance now,
they will not throw him under the bus.
They will not throw him under the bus.
Okay.
Because he has a lot of years.
Okay.
And they wouldn't terminate the cost because it means that who terminate the contract now means Chelsea's
financial obligations also
because it wasn't something intentional.
Yeah.
And you have to support the player in these hard times. And after Benjamin Mendy, now the rape case which is something very sensitive in the world of football. Man City again, that case, Man City is going to pay him all those money. Yeah. So once the player sign the contract, say anything happen, na illegal, na jail term, krana. Who team no? Once only player na sign also, unless maybe in the clause, when we say a player has to play maybe 2 or 3 games, a month has na the salary and I don't think that football contract almost signing this. So once the player is under contract, I think that it depends on the agreement that team only player and the condition.
Yeah, money man, you call my bet. Okay, my bet and the